The teacher asked the students to open their mouths, then tore worn newspapers into pieces, and stuffed them into each of their mouths one by one. But this wasn't a punishment. It was a reward for the students, because the school was too poor. They couldn't afford candy. Fortunately, old newspapers had a slight sweetness, so they were given as candy rewards to the children. But then the teacher suddenly noticed Frank was sitting in the classroom without shoes. He immediately swung his belt and hit Frank's feet. Under the teacher's constant questioning, he could only retrieve his shoes from the trash can. Looking at his shoes that had been patched 4 or 5 times, the classmates laughed openly without hiding it. Even though the teacher tried hard to help him save face, Frank still couldn't feel any happiness, because his family was extremely poor. The 5th child in his family had been born just a few days before, and died of starvation because they couldn't afford formula. The couple was heartbroken. To prevent their remaining children from continuing to starve, the family had to relocate to another city, placing their hopes on the wife's family. But grandmother's home couldn't accommodate so many people, so they rented a room for them outside. Although the housing problem was solved, their life didn't improve because of it. Due to Malachi's foreign accent, local employers were unwilling to hire him. Without a source of income, they quickly fell into famine again. The youngest child also fell ill with a high fever. His wife asked him to go out and pick up some coal, to come back and boil water for the child to drink. But he couldn't bring himself to do what beggars do. After all, a man, no matter how poor, shouldn't do things without dignity. This made his wife resent him for the first time. Later he took his 2 sons to pick up coal cinders on the street. Unfortunately, the youngest brother ultimately couldn't wait for the hot water. Watching his brother being placed in a box and buried in the ground, Frank felt a sense of confusion. He didn't understand what death meant.